Have you ever been told you get attached too quickly? Or maybe you've watched a friend dive headfirst into a new relationship, and you just couldn't understand why they moved so fast. It might look like they're just being naive, overly sensitive, or maybe even a bit desperate. But what if I told you that psychology sees something much, much deeper? Rapid attachment isn't a weakness of character. It's a trace, an echo left over from a childhood where the need for closeness was much stronger than the sense of safety. It's not a conscious choice. It's the way the nervous system literally learned to respond to relationships. Let's explore the 5 common experiences that often lie behind this powerful and often misunderstood pattern. The first and perhaps most common experience is inconsistent emotional availability from caregivers. Imagine being a child. Sometimes you get warmth, attention, and loving hugs. But at other times you're met with coldness, distance, or even absence. What does this teach a young mind? It teaches that love is unpredictable. It's a resource that can vanish at any moment. A mind that learns this can't just assume that connection is stable and will always be there. So fast forward to adulthood. When someone new appears and shows even a hint of interest, tenderness, or care, the nervous system sounds an alarm. It's as if a voice inside screams, "This is it! This is the feeling!" Hold on to it tightly before it disappears again. Attachment forms at lightning speed because, deep down, there's a powerful fear that this closeness might only be temporary. It's a survival mechanism kicking in, trying to grasp what it has always craved. The second factor is what we can call early emotional responsibility. Think about this. Many people who attach quickly had to become emotional detectives in their own homes as children. They learned to read a parent's mood from a mile away, to anticipate their reactions, and to try and manage the emotional atmosphere of the entire household just to feel safe. They were tiny emotional firefighters, constantly on high alert. In these situations, the child internalizes a core belief. Relationships require constant, intense attention and a lot of hard work to maintain. So in adulthood, this translates into an immediate, all-in emotional investment at the very beginning of a new connection. They'd pour their energy into it, not because they're being reckless, but because their experience taught them that this is what you do to secure a bond. Attachment becomes a way of building a fortress around the relationship before it has even had a chance to properly form. This brings us to the third experience, the absence of a secure attachment style. Attachment psychology, pioneered by John Bowlby, shows us that children who don't have a stable, predictable, and responsive relationship with a caregiver often develop what's called an anxious attachment style. This pattern is built on a painful paradox, a very strong need for closeness, combined with an equally strong fear of rejection. An adult with this pattern forms bonds quickly because their nervous system literally treats the other person as a source of emotional regulation. Their presence is calming. It's like a balm on an anxious mind. But silence, distance, or any hint of uncertainty feels destabilizing, even threatening. It can trigger that old panic. This is why attachment often races far ahead of trust. Emotions are sprinting, while real, grounded knowledge of the other person is still just learning to walk. It's not about logic. It's about a deeply ingrained need for emotional safety. The fourth element is an emotional emptiness that was never named or addressed in childhood. A child who didn't receive enough attention, affection, or the simple feeling of being truly seen by their parents often grows up with an inner void. It's a profound sense of absence that they can't quite describe. It's just there. Then, as an adult, they meet someone. And this new person, through their attention and kindness, even partially fills that empty space. The feeling is intensely powerful, almost overwhelming. In this case, the attachment isn't just about the person themselves. It's about the feeling of finally being seen, of feeling significant, of feeling real. This isn't just falling in love too fast. It's a profound, visceral response to the moment when someone finally touches a place inside you that has been empty and cold for a very, very long time. And finally, the fifth experience is the absence of learning what slow, gradual closeness feels like. If you never had a stable role model for a relationship that develops slowly, calmly, and without constant tension or fear, your adult mind simply doesn't know that pace exists. For you, closeness is either all-consuming and intense, or it's not there at all. There is no in-between. Rapid attachment becomes the only known way of being with another person. A calm, steady pace is often mistaken for indifference. A partner needing a bit of space can feel like a sign of impending abandonment. That's why these relationships often move at a breakneck speed, because only then do they feel real and secure. The intensity is mistaken for certainty. So it is crucial to understand this one thing. People who attach quickly are not emotionally weak. In fact, it's quite the opposite. They are often deeply sensitive, highly empathetic, and have a profound capacity for connection. Their struggle isn't about having too many emotions. It's about a lack of experience in grounding those powerful emotions in a safe and stable way. What these individuals truly need isn't to feel less. It's to find more stability, more consistency, and to give themselves and their relationships more time. It's about learning that love doesn't have to be a frantic sprint. It can be a slow, peaceful walk. Rapid attachment is not a character flaw. It is a language of love that was learned in childhood. And like any language, it can be understood, and with time and self-compassion, a new one can be learned.